Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be building a very simple IP location tracker application in JavaScript. So this is the demo of this application. So here you can just write any IP address. So 1.1.1.1. If I submit, you will see that it is displaying the country name Australia, Brisbane is the city, and also it is displaying the country flag. And there is a link to the map here. If you click it, it will display the Google map of this location. You can see that, and you can just repeat any address here, IP address. I can just type here randomly, that is 56.67.67.32.45. so you will see that this is United States. So if I again click the map location, it will take the latitude and longitude and it will display the appropriate Google map. So the API that we will be using here, this is the API, that is ipgeolocation.io. So if you go to this website, this is the website. It is not a free API, it is a paid API. So this is the endpoint that we are hitting here. So you need to provide a API key. So it is free for some limited number of requests, and then you just have to pay for this, and then you just need to specify two parameters here. First is the API key and second is the IP address to track. So here we will be building this application from scratch. So let me just delete all the code from my files here. So this will contain two files, index.html and script.js. So just create these files in your working directory. If I refresh here, you will see that nothing is there. So I am starting from scratch here. So this is the index.html file. If I wanted to write any code here, doc type HTML head. So I will also give a title. Let me just give IP location tracker in JavaScript, and in the body we will be having a form element. Let me just give it a ID of form so that I can just style it. So inside this form we will be having a input type of text, and I will be giving a placeholder of IP address and close it. And after that we will be having a button of type submit, and I will be giving a label to it of submit. That's it. So if I save this and refresh the browser, you will see that this is the input field and this is a button. Let me just style it, give it a style attribute. So inside this I will just write here $form, and I will change the display to flex, and I will justify content to center and align items to also center, and let me just give it the width of 500 pixel and a height of auto, and that's it. So if I just control save it, you will see that it will be there in the center. One property I am missing here, align item to center, width 500 pixel, height to auto. One I am missing here. So just first of all include jQuery also here. So just go to this part, copy the CDN here, copy it and paste it here, include this jQuery CDN, and then I will be including the custom script file. So script source script.js, and now I will be including this script.js. So inside this we will be making use of jQuery. So first of all write document.ready function. So we need to close this parentheses here. So inside this we will be making a simple get request to the API. So but before that we just need to get the form by its ID that we have provided of form. So when the form is submitted, we need to run this callback function. I have given this ID, you can see that, to the form here, form. So when the form is submitted, we will be just be displaying a alert box. So just to see, hello world, and if I save the changes, and also let me just go to index.html and control S here to save the changes, and if I refresh the application and click submit, you will see that hello world is printing out. So the application is working, and now I just need to pass a event into this callback function, and just I need to prevent the form from auto submitting. So for that we just need to call this function event prevent default. That's it. And after this we will be having our we will be fetching the IP address that is written by the user in the text field. So I will be storing this in IP here, and for this I will be using $, and I have provided a ID to it in the index.html. You can see that I have not provided it, so just provide an ID to it, which is IP, and now control S, save it, and I will be just be fetching this IP, its value VAL, which stands for value, and now I will check if IP is not null. So if it is null, we can just print out a alert message, please enter the IP address, and that's it. So now the IP address is if the IP address is not empty, we will continue with the operation, and also we will be having the URL parameter declared. So this will be the URL on which we will be making the request. So just go to your API here. In order to make a request, you have to create an account, so just sign up for a new account. I've already done that, and after that you will get your API key. So this is a URL, guys, so just copy paste this URL inside this. So, and also I will be declaring a API key variable, API key, and inside this I will be storing my API key, and the API key is very simple. Just go to its website, create account, and this is my API key. You can see that I will copy it and paste it here, and now I will be replacing this variable. So you can see that it is already replaced here. I just need to put a plus sign here, that's it, and just to concatenate it, that's it. So now I also need to concatenate the IP address, so I just need to write here plus IP, that's it, and put a semicolon, that's it. You can see that I successfully concatenated the IP address and the API key, that's it. So this is a URL on which we need to make a GET request. So we will be using AJAX here. So we will be using, the syntax is very simple, $.get. So this is a GET request, and we will be using the URL variable, comma, function data. So this is a callback function which will execute when the request is successful, and the data will be stored inside this data variable. And now we just need to console log the data. Let me just see if it is working or not. Control S, and now if I just see the application, if I go to inspect element and go to console here and enter the IP address and click submit here, so you will see that a JSON response is coming back from the API with the IP address that I have written here, 1.1.1.1, and city you can see that is Brisbane, and the country is Australia, country capital Canberra. All this information is contained inside this. So we don't need whole information. We will be displaying the country flag, which is the flag of Australia, and country name, and that's it. And also this latitude and longitude coordinates will be used in order to display the map. So these much of information we will be displaying. So first of all we need to declare some variables here. First for the country name, so country name, so this can be fetched by data dot country name. So this is a JSON response. You can see that if I just show you on a new tab, the JSON is let me just, if I wanted to access this country capital, I will just write data dot country capital. So this is the same thing that I am doing here in order to fetch the country name. So this is a property. You will see that country name is there. You can see that country name. So I'm fetching this Australia, and now I also want this city, which is, you can see that this is the city property. I also want this, so I will be creating a new variable city, and then I will be data.city, and the third variable will be country flag, and this will be fetched by data dot. There is also a country flag variable. You can see that country flag, so I will be fetching this data dot country flag. So after storing these information inside these three variables, we will be making a function which will be displaying the details, display details, and I will be passing these functions: country name first of all, comma city, comma country flag. And now I will be making this function. So just outside this curly brackets, I will be making this function. So right here I will be writing simple function display details. So inside this, it first of all expects a country name, city, and country flag. So here I will be making a variable here of details, and I will be writing this in a backtick symbol. So this is it is there above the tab key on the keyboard. So with the help of this symbol, it is very much easy to write variables with the HTML. So I will be making HTML string here. So first of all, a heading which will be containing the country name. So inside this heading, I will be writing $. In the curly brackets, I will be inserting the variables. So inside this curly brackets, first of all, I just want to print the country name, and I will just put a break sign, a break tag. After that, I will be putting this inside h2, the city name. So the same process, $, inside curly brackets. This is a template string. It is known in JavaScript. So I will be putting the city. And lastly, I just want to have the image tag also. So just put a break tag, and after that I will be having the image tag. So image source is equal to, inside double quotes, I will put these $ and curly brackets. So just wait. Control Z. So inside these double quotes, I will be having my $, curly brackets. So I will pass the country flag. So this contains the URL of the country. So I will close the image tag. That's it. And at last, put a close this and put a semicolon. That's it. And now we just need to insert this. So it is very easy. I think that we have made a mistake here. We need to close this. Oh yes, this is present here. So this, put a semicolon here, and now I just want to repeat the same. Let me just see. You can see that just put a semicolon here. So just remove this previous one. So just create the space here, and now after defining this template string, we just want to insert this. So what I can just do here is that in the index.html, I can just declare a div which will hold the details for us. So div id is equal to details, and close the div. So inside these details, I will be populating my details. So just go to here, script here. I will target these details, and I will append this. I will pass the details here. That's it. So just save this, and now if I refresh it, so now you will see that the country name will be printed out. If I submit, so you will see that, guys, Australia, Brisbane, and now the country is also showing here. So this is, you can just try here for any IP address 45.56.78.89. Submit. So you will see that United States, Chicago, and this United States flag is also there, Chicago. And now there is a problem. You can see that it is concatenating the response here. I just want to clear this result div once we make each request. So for this, there is a very simple process. We just want to empty out the contents. So just target this details here and call the empty function. That's it. So if I save this, so you will see that if I make a new request, the previous data will be deleted. So if I just make a request, you will see that this is the data, and if I make another request 34.67.78.89, so you will see that this the previous data was deleted. So just add this simple line of code here and it will work. And now we just need to display the map also. So for that it will be very easy. Just just make a new function. So inside display map, so here we will be passing out our latitude and longitude. So first of all we need to fetch that. So we will be creating a new variable lat, which stands for latitude. So inside this we will be storing, that is we can fetch from the API like this, data.latitude. And for the same process I will do for the longitude also, data.longitude. That's it. And now I just want to make a object of it, make your object. And but before that, it returns its string, guys. It returns this latitude inside double quotes. Now we just want to convert this string into a float number so that we can just process it. So for that we have a function which is parse float. So just pass this function inside this value. Also do the same thing for the latitude, also do the same thing. And now we just want to make an object. Let me call that object as a position, and inside this I will be having my latitude as latitude and the longitude as longitude. That's it. This is my object. I just need to pass this object into this display map. I will write position here. That's it. And now I just want to make this function here. So I will drag down and write function display map, and it expects the position. And now we just want to display the link of the map, Google map. So this is very easy, guys. I have found out a URL that you can use here in order to just copy this URL. If I go to this URL is https www.google.com/maps/search $API is equal to 1 and query is equal to the latitude and longitude. If I just open this, you will see that it will open the Google Maps inside. This is the latitude and longitude. So if I just want to just copy this URL and make sure that it is opening the required latitude and longitude, just copy it and paste it here. Let me just make a link here, link variable. So inside this link I will copy paste this URL. So inside this I just want to have the backtick symbol again. So put a backtick symbol. So backtick. So inside this constants I will replace the variables here. So I will just write $, a set of curly brackets, and then I will be accessing my properties of the object position.lat, and similarly I will be having my longitude also. So position.longitude. That's it. I will replace these values. So this is a dynamic link of the map here. So now I just want to attach it. So I will just pass I will be creating a new variable, new element inside index.html. Same I did with the details. I just want to create a new div which holds the map for us. So I will be providing a ID of map, and now Control S, and now I will be targeting this in the script.js map.append, and I will pass the link. That's it. So now Control S, and also do the same thing that I did with the details here, so just empty out it. So when you load it, the previous map will not be displayed. So map.empty. So just add this line of code and you are done with the application, and your application is complete. Now if I refresh it and give a IP address, submit. So, oh sorry, we have not created the anchor tag, sorry guys. So we just want to bind this link variable inside a anchor tag. So this will be an anchor tag. href attribute will be equal to this. So put a single quotes here and close the anchor tag. So inside this you will write link to map. That's it. So Control S. So now if you refresh the application, it will display the map also, the link of the map. If I provide the IP address, now you will see that guys, it is displaying it, and link to map is there. If I click it, you will see that it will redirect me to the Australia map here. So this is, you can see that the location is Australia, and I can also repeat any address here. Let me just type here 67.78.89.43, and if I click the link to map here, you will see that. And let me just repeat it for my IP address. So if I just go to Google here and type here what is my IP address, so if I get my IP address, just for checking here, so this is my IP address, you can see that. And if I submit this inside my application, let me just open the application again, localhost slash what is the URL, IP address. And if I just copy paste this IP address, submit, so you will see that guys, India, city is Mumbai, and link to map. If I click it, it will display the link inside this. You can see that it will also tell the whole address here. You can see that this is the whole address, you can see that. And just to make sure it is displaying it in the center, I just add a simple property here of margin also. So margin to auto. I just realized that this property we were missing here early on, so just Control S. And now if I refresh, you will see that it will be having the form in the center. Submit, so you will see that. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel by hitting the red subscribe button, and also tap the notification bell icon for receiving all these videos. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Until then, thank you very much.